Lesson 3-8, Example 2. Our objective is learning to solve problems by interpreting the quotient. There are 237 students in the 7th grade, at least in this problem. If Mr. Jones buys rolls of film, old ancient things that we used to put in cameras, with 36 exposures on each, that's how many pictures can be taken in a single roll of film, how many rolls will we need to take every student's picture? So each of these exposures is equal to one picture. So if we have 36 pictures on a roll, we need to know then how many rolls we're going to need. How many rolls? So our question, number of rolls. So we have some information here that we can use. We know that there are 237 students. And we want a picture of each of them. There are 36 exposures on each roll, or 36 pictures on each roll. So what we need to figure out then is how many rolls. Well, if I take the number of students and divide by the number of pictures on each roll, I should come up with the number of rolls, and I'm going to use R as a variable there. So here's my strategy, and now I'm going to go ahead and solve that. So 237 divided by 36. Well, 36 is going to 2. No, it doesn't go into 20. It does go into 237, and it goes into 237 6 times. And 6 times 36 is 216. I end up with 21 left over, but I'm going to go in, this decimal is right here. I'm going to go ahead and put that decimal in and add in a 0 so that I can bring that down. So I have 0 tenths now. So 36 goes into 210 5 times, end up with 180. Subtracting out, and that gives me 30. Now at this point I could continue going out. I can still go out to hundredths or maybe even thousandths. But I'm going to stop right there for just a second and go back to my question. I want to know the number of rolls of film. And right now this is telling me that R is about 6 5/10. There's some little hundredths or thousandths left over even further, but if I'm going to go buy a roll of film, I need to know how many rolls. I need to have enough rolls of film to get all 237 students. Well, if I buy 6 rolls of film, it's only 216 students. I can't buy a half a roll of film. I have to buy a whole roll. So I know that I'm going to need at least 7 rolls total. Even though I won't use all of the pictures on that last roll, I still need at least 7 to make sure that I get every student. Maybe I'll take some pictures of some of the staff with my extra leftover pictures, but I need at least 7 rolls to get all 237 students. So sometimes what we need to do is round up to the next whole. Because just 6 rolls was not going to be enough, and we can't buy a half a roll, so we need to round up to the next whole roll, and we have to buy 7 rolls of film in order to be able to answer our question. And it always goes back to that question. We could have found out a more exact answer on this, but that wouldn't help us necessarily answer our question. And the question is what's going to drive our solution, and here is our solution. 7 rolls of film.